We have some rain, and of course, all attention is on Friday at high noon on the steps of the Capitol. What will the weather be? Well, we'll take care of that in a minute, but first, let's take a look back what some of the weather has been like over previous inaugurations in Washington, D.C. Until 80 years ago, presidential inaugurations were held in early March, but were moved to January 20th in 1937 following the ratification of the 20th Amendment. The earlier date cut the time between the election and swearing-in ceremony, but also put the traditional outdoor ceremony smack dab in the middle of a Washington winter. The average high in Washington on the 20th is 43 degrees and the low is 28. Snow on Inauguration Day has been reasonably light, although 8 inches of fresh snow covered Washington when President John F. Kennedy was sworn in as our 35th president. That day, the Army Corps of Engineers had to help clear abandoned cars from the parade route. President Reagan's first inauguration in 1981 occurred under cloudy skies, but the noontime temperature was 55 degrees. That in stark contrast to a second inaugural in 1985 that wound up being the coldest in history and had to be moved indoors because of the extreme conditions. The noontime temperature was 7 degrees and wind chills ranged between 10 to 20 below zero. Many of us remember the weather on President Obama's first inauguration in 2009. Morning temperatures were in the teens and only hit 30 degrees later in the day. A number of people were sent to hospitals or warming tents, suffering exposure from the effects to the cold. So what will the weather be like for the swearing in of the 45th President of the United States on Friday? Well, it's going to be cloudy and it will be cool. Temperatures, though, will warm to 50 degrees in the afternoon. The only question is, when will the light rain arrive? We think it'll be in the afternoon hours, sometime after 1 or 2 o'clock. We do not expect heavy rain, but periods of rain certainly a possibility. A little anecdote on this 50-degree temperature. If, in fact, we hit 50 degrees for Inauguration Day, that'll make it the 3rd warmest inauguration since it was held in the months of January. In fact, even before that, it goes back to 1917, 3rd warmest inaugural outdoor event.